Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having an Aries sun and a Libra Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, what's interesting about this combination is that you have energies, even though they're both cardinal signs, they're very diametrically opposed and very opposite in their nature. Inwardly, Aries sun can be combative, aggressive, very assertive, and have that no fear concept and be very decisive in their action. Now, with a Libra ascendant is more ambivalent and decisive. They have a harder time taking sides. They're more about peace and tranquility. It could be more passive and non-combative or quarrelsome, and they generally will go out of their way to not have confrontation. So you really have such a strong difference in terms of the way these energies are expressed. Now, Libra rising, the rising sign is the dominant point as far as what's being expressed outwardly, as far as the outward demeanor goes. Now, when you look at Libra rising is about can be passive, more peace-loving, will fight for justice when necessary. So I think when you look at this combination, the fact that Libra rising abhors injustice, this could very well bring out more that Aries energy, that aggressiveness. You'll see maybe that combative side come out a little more when justice is not met, and then you might see this kind of blend in a little more with the Libra rising. Now, a lot of this depends as far as the aspects go. Now, if the aspect is such where it's an opposition between the Aries sun and the Libra ascendant, this could cause a little tension and exasperation, as oppositions do, and this person may feel somewhat misconstrued or misunderstood by other people, and that's what can cause some of the inner turmoil and frustration. And in some cases, let's say somebody has a late Aries sun position, but they have an early Libra, let's say an early Libra rising. Well, that could make it would make an inconjunct aspect in some cases, and making that can cause a little bit of that misunderstanding as well, and being misconstrued or misunderstood. And those things, if you have either an opposition or an inconjunct by aspect between your sun and Aries in Libra rising, well, this could indicate that you might go through a little inner frustration because of this and consternation. Now, it's interesting. I had a friend that has the sun in Aries and has Libra ascendant. If I remember correctly, the aspect was opposition. But when you look at this position, that the sun sign represents the basic wants, and the rising sign can show that method and how we attain those basic wants. Now, the Aries basic wants may be connected with being pioneering, having something connected, attaining something with leadership or management position, being the best that they could be. It might even be connected with some kind of recognition, wanting recognition, notoriety. Now, having a Libra ascendant, this could indicate through perhaps by being tactful, diplomatic, by being fair-minded, through relationships. This is a way of attaining those things. And let me get back to that friend I told you about having the sun in Aries and a Libra ascendant. Now, he got a position in retail where he became what was called a department head, which is it's a management position over a certain section of the store. But he did so through knowing knowing a friend, and basically got him into the position. And I think this is a classic example. Through a relationship with someone, he managed to platonic friend relationship that he managed to attain a position where he had, which was like a management, which is a management position. So these energies can still work together, but it's harder when you have, especially if the aspect is opposition or an inconjunct. So those are some things to consider with this placement. And the reality is when you have an Aries Sun and a Libra Ascendant, the positive is they're both cardinal signs. So they're both about initiative, enterprise, about starting projects, embarking. But the problem is that they may embark on a lot of projects, but not necessarily finish all of them due to the impatience that is associated with cardinal energy. And this is really something where you have to really look at these two signs and really understand that there's such a strong disparity between them. And this person, though may come across to others as very charming, amiable, being sociable, and being lighthearted, being about reconciliation and peace in relationships, but on the inner self, is so much different and more about being a little bit more combative, being a little more argumentative, disputatious, really speaking out a lot more outspoken than what is being shown on the surface. So those are some things to look at as far as an Aries Sun and Libra Ascendant goes in a natal horoscope. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having an Aries Sun and a Libra Ascendant. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having an Aries Sun and Scorpio rising in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.